Welcome back to BMB Spoilers channel. Today we will learn about the explosive developments that are shaking the very foundations of the bold and the beautiful universe. Our beloved characters are navigating treacherous emotional waters as relationships crumble, unexpected alliances form, and hidden agendas come to light in ways that will leave viewers breathless with anticipation. Young love blossoms amid dark secrets. The elegant atmosphere of Il Giardino restaurant has become the backdrop for what could be either a blossoming romance or a dangerous entanglement. Luna Nozawa, recently revealed as the granddaughter of the establishment's owner, has been casting meaningful glances toward Will Spencer whenever he visits the upscale eatery. Her interest in the young Spencer heir is unmistakable, evidenced by her deliberate positioning near his regular table and the extra attention she lavishes on his orders. "I think we might have something special," Luna confided to a waitress after Will's most recent visit, her eyes following him as he exited through the restaurant's ornate glass doors. What makes this potential romance particularly concerning is Luna's troubled history. The restaurant itself holds dark memories as the site where Luna's desperation led to 2 deaths, actions for which she has expressed remorse but perhaps not genuine understanding. Her childhood, spent under the care of her free-spirited mother Poppy without knowledge of her father's identity, has left emotional scars that manifest in her sometimes erratic behavior and questionable decision-making. Will, who has recently returned to Los Angeles after completing his business degree, remains unaware of Luna's complete history. His father Bill Spencer has taken an unusual interest in Luna's welfare, creating a complex dynamic that could either protect Will or inadvertently push him closer to potential heartbreak. The young Spencer's trusting nature, inherited from his mother Katie rather than his more cynical father, leaves him particularly vulnerable to Luna's carefully crafted charm offensive. "He reminds me of someone who hasn't been hurt yet," Luna remarked to her mother during a private moment. "I want to be around that kind of energy." Friendship, deception, and unexpected emotions. Across town, an unlikely friendship between Steffy Forrester Finnegan and newcomer Daphne Rose has evolved into something neither woman anticipated. Daphne, whose arrival in Los Angeles was shrouded in mystery, has developed genuine feelings for Carter Walton, a complication that threatens to unravel her carefully constructed plans. During an emotional conversation at Steffy's Cliff House, with the sound of waves crashing below providing a dramatic soundtrack, Daphne revealed the depth of her feelings for Carter while carefully avoiding any mention of her true purpose in Los Angeles. "I never expected to feel this way about him," Daphne admitted, tears glistening in her eyes as she gazed out at the Pacific Ocean. "It was supposed to be simple." Steffy, finding herself in the unusual position of confidant rather than adversary, listened with growing concern. Her strategic maneuvers to distance Carter from Hope have succeeded beyond expectation, creating an emotional entanglement she hadn't foreseen. The genuine friendship developing between Steffy and Daphne adds another layer of complexity to the situation, as Steffy now feels responsible for her friend's emotional well-being. "Carter has a history of falling hard and fast," Steffy cautioned, remembering his whirlwind romances with Quinn and then Zoe. "But he also has a pattern of remaining loyal to his first love, Forrester Creations." What Daphne doesn't realize is that Steffy has begun to suspect there's more to her story than she's revealing. Small inconsistencies in Daphne's background, coupled with mysterious phone calls she takes in private, have triggered Steffy's well-honed instincts for detecting deception. Having been betrayed numerous times, Steffy recognizes the signs of someone harboring secrets. "I want to trust you," Steffy told Daphne during a moment of candor, "but I've learned the hard way that in Los Angeles, everyone has an agenda." Maternal bonds stretched to breaking point. The legendary relationship between Brooke Logan and her daughter Hope has reached a critical juncture that could permanently alter their dynamic. In a beautifully appointed sitting room at the Logan estate, with family photos chronicling decades of their complicated history adorning the walls, Brooke finally reached her limit with Hope's self-victimization. "I have supported you through everything," Brooke said, her voice trembling with emotion as she paced the room. "Every mistake, every poor decision, every man who wasn't right for you, I've been there, defending you even when you were indefensible." Hope, stunned by her mother's uncharacteristic firmness, attempted to deflect responsibility as she has countless times before. "You don't understand what Steffi has done to me," she countered, tears streaming down her face. "She systematically destroyed everything I've worked for." Brooke, however, refused to accept this familiar narrative. In a watershed moment, she detailed Hope's role in creating her current predicament, from the inappropriate kiss with her sister's husband, John Finnegan, to her manipulation of Carter into actions that compromised his professional integrity. While acknowledging that others share responsibility, Brooke insisted that Hope recognize her part in the cascade of consequences now engulfing her. "You encouraged Carter to cross lines he never would have crossed without your influence," Brooke stated firmly. "He may have had the idea, but you made sure he followed through, knowing it would hurt Steffi and, by extension, the company." This confrontation represents a seismic shift in their relationship. Throughout Hope's life, Brooke has been her fiercest advocate, often shielding her from the natural consequences of her actions. Now, witnessing her daughter's refusal to mature emotionally, Brooke feels compelled to take a different approach, one that might cause short-term pain but could foster long overdue growth. "I love you too much to watch you continue this pattern," Brooke explained, her voice softening as she took Hope's hands in hers. "You're too much like me at your age, and I don't want you to spend decades making the same mistakes I did." Corporate intrigue and divided loyalties. The professional landscape at Forrester Creations has become a battlefield where personal relationships and business decisions collide with devastating impact. Hope Logan, reeling from Steffi's decisive action against her fashion line, has turned to Carter Walton not just for emotional support but for concrete demonstration of his loyalty. In the CEO's office, with the Los Angeles skyline visible through floor-to-ceiling windows, Hope made her expectations clear. "If you love me," she insisted, her voice a mixture of vulnerability and demand, "you can't continue working for a company that has humiliated me this way." Carter's position as Chief Operating Officer at Forrester Creations represents more than just a job, it's the culmination of years of dedication and the foundation of his identity in Los Angeles. His friendship with Ridge Forrester has weathered numerous storms, including Carter's ill-advised relationship with Quinn. This bond, forged through professional challenges and personal crises, holds significant weight in Carter's decision-making process. "Ridge gave me a chance when no one else would," Carter explained to Hope during a tense exchange. "He saw potential in me that I didn't even see in myself." Hope's response revealed the depth of her emotional turmoil and perhaps her fundamental misunderstanding of Carter's character. "So your loyalty to Ridge matters more than your feelings for me?" she challenged, tears threatening to spill onto her cheeks. This confrontation places Carter at an impossible crossroads. Choosing Hope would mean abandoning not only his professional home but also his principles regarding loyalty and commitment. Remaining at Forrester would likely end whatever relationship they'd begun to build. The weight of this decision is evident in Carter's sleepless nights and distracted demeanor at recent meetings. Meanwhile, Ridge remains unaware of the ultimatum his friend faces. His focus has been on stabilizing the company following the recent controversies surrounding Hope's line and the subsequent restructuring. In conversations with Steffi, Ridge has expressed confidence in Carter's commitment to Forrester Creations. "Carter's the one person I never have to worry about," Ridge remarked during a father-daughter lunch. "His loyalty is absolute." This comment, innocently made, underscores the painful choice confronting Carter. Can he maintain his professional integrity while pursuing personal happiness? Or will he, like so many before him in the Forrester orbit, discover that these two goals are mutually exclusive. Historical patterns and future possibilities. The current conflicts resonating through the lives of these characters reflect deeper patterns that have defined the bold and the beautiful for decades. Hope's sense of entitlement mirrors her father Deacon's perpetual belief that the world owes him something. Brooke's newfound firmness with her daughter suggests her own growth after years of making similar mistakes. Carter's divided loyalties echo Ridge's many instances of being torn between personal desire and family obligation. These parallels create a rich tapestry of intergenerational drama that longtime viewers will recognize as both familiar and fresh. The question remains whether these characters will break their destructive cycles or continue repeating the mistakes of their predecessors. As these storylines continue to unfold, viewers can anticipate explosive confrontations, unexpected alliances, and perhaps even moments of genuine transformation from characters who have thus far resisted growth. The coming weeks promise to deliver some of the most compelling drama in recent memory, with consequences that will reverberate through the lives of everyone connected to Forrester creations. Will Luna's interest in Will Spencer lead to another tragedy? Can Daphne maintain her secrets while pursuing a relationship with Carter? Will Brooke's tough love approach help Hope mature, or drive her to even more destructive behavior? And perhaps most importantly, will Carter choose professional integrity or personal happiness when forced to decide? Next, we will learn about the intriguing dynamics unfolding between Will Spencer and Luna Nozawa on The Bold and the Beautiful. The tension between these characters has been building to a fascinating crescendo that viewers won't want to miss. The potential for deception. Will Spencer, son of the notorious Bill Spencer, appears to be at a crossroads in his relationship with Luna Nozawa. As viewers have witnessed in recent episodes, Luna has developed an unmistakable fascination with Will, her eyes following him across rooms with barely concealed desire. This obsession hasn't gone unnoticed by those around them, particularly Steffy Forrester, who continues to harbor deep suspicions about Luna's true nature. The possibility of Will orchestrating an elaborate deception has become increasingly plausible. Drawing inspiration from his father's notorious playbook, specifically Bill's masterful manipulation of Sheila Sharp, Will might be considering a similar stratagem. Bill's pretense of affection for Sheila ultimately led to her incarceration, a fact that hasn't escaped Will's attention as he contemplates his next move with Luna. Strategic alliances. Electra Forrester could become an unwitting accomplice in this potential scheme. Imagine the dramatic possibilities if Will convinces Electra to stage a public breakup, creating the perfect opportunity for Luna to make her move. Such theatrical maneuvering would align perfectly with the soap's tradition of complex relationship dynamics and strategic alliances. The emotional complexity of this situation cannot be overstated. Will's motivations remain deliciously ambiguous. Is he driven by a desire to protect his family name, to impress Steffy, or perhaps to prove himself capable of the same manipulative brilliance that has defined his father's career? These questions add layers of psychological intrigue to an already compelling storyline. Luna's vulnerability and ambition. Luna Nozawa presents a fascinating character study in vulnerability masked by ambition. Her fixation on Will seems to stem from a complex blend of genuine attraction and calculated opportunism. The writers have masterfully crafted her character to exist in a morally gray area, leaving viewers constantly questioning her true intentions. Her previous legal troubles have created a perfect storm of suspicion around her actions. Every smile, every seemingly innocent touch carries the weight of her history, making even her most genuine moments suspect in the eyes of the Forrester family and their allies. This precarious position makes her the ideal target for the trap that Will might be setting. The prison prediction. Steffy's ominous prediction about Luna's return to prison hangs over the narrative like a sword of Damocles. The Bold and the Beautiful has always excelled at creating these moments of foreshadowing, planting seeds that bloom into dramatic revelations weeks or months later. Steffi's confidence in Luna's eventual downfall suggests she may have information, or perhaps just intuition, that viewers aren't yet privy to. The success of Steffi's previous scheme involving Daphne Rose has emboldened her, potentially setting the stage for an even more elaborate conspiracy. The question remains whether she will actively recruit Will or if he will take the initiative independently, driven by his own motivations and suspicions. The complexity of emotions. The most compelling aspect of this potential storyline is the inevitable complication of genuine emotions. Soap operas thrive on the tension between calculated deception and unexpected feelings, and Will's situation presents the perfect opportunity for such complexity. What begins as a strategic maneuver could evolve into something far more complicated as Will spends time with Luna. The writers have laid groundwork for this emotional complication through subtle moments of connection between Will and Luna. Despite her questionable past, Luna has displayed moments of vulnerability that could potentially pierce Will's protective armor. These glimpses of authenticity create the perfect foundation for Will's planned deception to become muddied by real attraction. The Spencer legacy. Will's potential decision to right his father's wrongs adds another layer of familial drama to the unfolding story. The Spencer legacy is built on bold moves and sometimes questionable ethics, creating a fascinating tension between Will's desire to protect his family and his simultaneous rebellion against his father's choices. This internal conflict provides rich material for character development as Will navigates his own moral compass. Bill Spencer's shadow looms large over this storyline, his past decisions continuing to influence the present in ways that create dramatic ripple effects throughout the canvas of characters. The potential for Will to succeed where his father failed, or perhaps to realize his father was right all along, creates a compelling generational narrative. The trap unfolds. As this storyline progresses, viewers can anticipate a meticulously crafted trap designed to expose Luna's true nature. Will's position of trust could provide him unprecedented access to Luna's plans and secrets, allowing him to gather evidence or perhaps even orchestrate situations that would lead to her downfall. The possibility of a frame-up situation introduces ethical questions that add depth to the narrative. How far is too far when it comes to exposing someone you believe to be dangerous? The line between justice and vengeance often blurs in the world of the Bold and the Beautiful, creating morally complex situations that challenge characters and viewers alike. The upcoming revelation about Luna's interest in Will promises to accelerate the storyline in unexpected ways. This pivotal piece of information could serve as the catalyst that transforms Will's vague suspicions into concrete action, setting in motion a chain of events with far-reaching consequences for all involved. The Bold and the Beautiful continues to excel at creating these intricate webs of deception, attraction, and strategic maneuvering. As Will and Luna's storyline unfolds, viewers can expect the unexpected, alliances shifting, emotions complicating plans, and perhaps most intriguingly, the possibility that the hunter might become the hunted in this dangerous game of romantic deception.